Right, so this is what you'll be getting with your Flak, Shockwave Flak order. You should be getting the rotary lower assembly, 2 sides, the controller, 2 sides. You've got 2 dowels for each half, or for both halves. You'll have the larger dowels for the lower rotator assembly. You've got the foot rotator, which the feet go into, those 3. You've got the small dowels, which go into the mid cannon. You will have a seat, a cannon, a spring accompanied with the ratchet preload, and the top of the controller with what I want to call the little periscope head, or the shockwave head if you buy the shockwave option. So I'm going to go through a quick rundown on how it gets assembled. Bear with me. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the mid cannon pieces, these 2 here. Oops, yep, these 2 pieces here. You will take the smallest dowels, place them inside the holes, and then fit those 2 together, just like so. Then we'll set this thing aside. Then you will take the controller assemblies on both sides, take the mid-size dowels, place them in the holes, like so, and put those 2 together, like so. And then we will set this aside as well. We are going to then place the large dowels, find the lower rotator that's got the square cut out, this, put the large dowels in those 2 holes, like that, and then that one in there like that. Now this is going to be the important part. Your kit should have came with a spring. This spring goes inside this square recess. This right here is your ratchet preload. It will go inside that cavity. And this is where you get your spring loaded for your vertical axis on the turret. Okay? We are going to set this aside. Be sure and note that this goes up and down, and I don't know if you can see there, but there is a slight radius to it. The smaller part of the top of the radius goes at the top, the bigger part goes at the bottom. This is radiused as well, so when this is going, actually the other way, when this is going, it's sliding across that. Okay? So we're going to set this aside. Now what you'll do is you will take this assembly right here, the controller, slide the seat. You've got a dovetail here and here. Slide the seat into the assembly like so. Just kind of place it right on the top here. Okay, should look like that. Now the easiest easiest method that I have kind of given myself to try and glue these together is to have it in this orientation. Apply glue here. Okay. Then this will just set in there, and I would say you can give that maybe 10 hours to glue. Okay. And you can actually, while that's gluing, you can apply glue here and go ahead and put the cannon top there as well. And that should be the orientation of the whole thing. Just let that set for about 24 hours and all that will glue together. Okay? I am not going to glue this right now, but I will show you how to do the rest of it. Okay, so pretend this is all glued. This is going to be all your main assembly. What you're going to do is with your lower half, with a spring spot, with a preload, you are going to put this button here inside this cavity. Okay, make sure the ratchet bumps face on the inside. That way you can kind of hear that, right? So we put that in there. That's all lined up. Okay. We're going to take this other side right here, and we're going to line it up with the dowels. Slide everything on. Just like so. That's how it should work. Let's try and back this up a little bit. Okay. There's your friction right there. Now chances are, if your dowels are loose, you got this little gap here, what you'll want to do is, now that you got the assembly figured out, glue these two halves together so there is no pushback, no give from that spring on the inside. That way it'll be absolutely taut, especially for your heavier figures. Okay? Now, I'm not going to do it here, but the feet on the lower rotator assembly, you're just going to line it just like this. Grab the top, grab the foot, and push it up and in, just like that. And it'll lock right in place. You'll do that 2 more times. Then, with these 2 slots here and these 2 slots, you will just slide the whole assembly just like that, and boom, you've got your rotation. So with this set aside, let me show you what the end result's going to be. This is my smaller 1/18 scale ARAH Flak. And that way you have the same, you have the same ratcheting. It's just not as loud and big. The same rotating. Okay. And of course you got the hoppy feet. So when you pull this apart, you will see the same spring pre-tensioner and little rectangle that goes right on top of that as well. I hope you enjoy your new toys. Thank you. Bye.